Hi there, YouTube. This past week was N7 Day 2013, second annual day celebrating Mass Effect. So I thought I would make a little video talking about my favorite things in the original trilogy. So, as you guys have probably figured out from the customs that I make, I'm a big fan of BioWare games as part of my gaming palette. And Mass Effect, I actually first played the second one because I only had a PS3 capable of running games, so when it was released on the second one, I loved Dragon Age, I played that. And then I went back and got the first one for PC and killed my laptop's disk drive running it, but I played through it, it was great. I played the third one, and then I bought them all on PC, and then I bought the trilogy on PS3 when that was released. And then when it came out for Wii U, Mass Effect 3, I bought it there. And I love this series. So I figured, why not celebrate N7 Day and tell you some of the things I love about the Mass Effect series. So, in the first Mass Effect, I'm doing this in semi-chronological order, I guess. I love the ending. Not necessarily the choices you make, or the very end when the council either rewards you, or the new council rewards you, or you choose Udina or Anderson. It's like, meh. But I love the moment where, like, Saren's crashed into the Citadel, and they can't see you, and Anderson's like, where's the commander? And they're all sad, your squad mates, because they're like, oh no, the commander's dead. And then you crawl out of the rubble, and Shepard appears, and they're like this triumphant moment. Oh, give me goosebumps. I love that moment. I love it.
Captain Anderson, we found him. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
See? Just happened. That scene. Okay, the next thing I love is the aquarium that starts in Mass Effect 2 and continues into Mass Effect 3. I love that it's sort of like this personal touch, and you can collect your fish, and it makes Shepard more of a person, and it makes the Normandy more of a home for her. I'm going to say her a lot because I always play FemShep first. I'm a girl, as you may have noticed. So I really enjoy that. I love seducing Kelly Chambers just enough that she'll go and feed your fish for you, but then rejecting her invitation to come up and dance for you because I'm not really interested in her. But I think it's fun to manipulate people and make them do things for you. So Kelly Chambers always feeds my fish. And I think that is a great feature that really personalizes the game. Cade Malenko. Don't say he's boring. He's my ally, and I adore him. And I really understand why he doesn't come back with you in Mass Effect 2. And he's super charming, and I adore him. And shut up, Garrus fans. I know, Garrus is cool too, but Kaidan is my one true Shepard love. My internet boyfriend.
I love you, Shepard. I always have.
So really enjoy the Seth Green, Joker Moreau, Jeff Moreau character. I think he's really well written, and he's really well acted, and I like his relationship with EDI, and I like how it brings up these questions of whether or not an AI is really a person, and is it icky that he loves a machine. I think it's neat. I think it's really funny. I think it's a good touch of humor in the game. In Mass Effect 2, when you get to play a sequence of him, I think it's a nice departure, and I can't really think of any other character in the game that'd be like, yeah, I want to play as that character, but playing that short sequence as him, and having him have the Voltrix syndrome, and just he's a neat character, and I'm glad he gets a bigger and bigger part every game because I think he's a really good friend for Shepard and a good foil for Shepard, and it's nice to have him sort of have this relationship with the Normandy because the Normandy is like your ship, but it's also his ship, and there's almost that kind of competitive edge between the two of who does the Normandy really belong to.
This is all Joker's fault. What a tool he was. I have to spend all day computing pi because he plugged in the Overlord.
I have access to the defensive systems. Thank you, Mr. Moreau. Now you must reactivate the primary drive in engineering.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
Right.
Another thing I absolutely adored was the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3. I think it was a great farewell for the Shepard series of games, because as you know, they're moving on in the next Mass Effect installment to a different character. So I think having all your friends together, because this is a game where you make friends, you make digital friends, and you get these people to like you, and you find out about them, and having them all back and being able to just hang out in a non-game context. I know a lot of people are like, oh, where's the combat? But I think for fans of the series, I think everybody really appreciated that. I don't think I'm alone in that. I appreciated I got to have, like, you know, one more date with my ally, and I think there's a lot of personality brought back into this. I really appreciated the Thane Memorial. I think the Manshep and Jack romance scene was fantastic. Whenever I'm Manshep, I romance Ashley in the first game, and then dump her and romance Jack in the next two games, because I think she's a fantastic character. I don't care that Miranda's boobs are everywhere. So I think that was a really tender scene, and I loved that. I loved just, you know, everything about it. It was great. It was great. It was great. Thank you, BioWare. Yay. I think I've mentioned probably like a dozen times on this channel, I'm Canadian, kind of a patriot, and I love that. I've said love a lot in this video, but I really do. I appreciate very much that they use Canadian cities and Canadian settings in this game. BioWare's a Canadian company, and it's like Vancouver ate Seattle, and Caden's Canadian, and they just talk about a lager, and it's super that this is a Canadian-based game, because, you know, we're the second largest country on Earth, and yet nothing is ever set in Canada. And if it is set in Canada, everything's covered with snow, or, you know, it's just as a joke that they put something up here, or they just mentioned Toronto in passing because it's like the fourth most populated city in North America. And they're like, we should probably throw it in there when the aliens are invading. But I really appreciate the Canadianness of Mass Effect. And I have to put in something I don't like about the series, and it's going to be about the ending of Mass Effect 3, but not in the way you think. It's not going to be about the three choices, and oh no, there wasn't enough choice, and it's all the same. I don't care. I think I was most upset because I didn't get a happy ending. But then, you know, I chose Destroy, and Shepard took a breath, and I can pretend in my headcanon that didn't kill the Geth and Edie. I really hated the after credit sort of Buzz Aldrin scene where they're telling, oh, tell me more stories about the Shepard. Of course, my sweet. Why is it so creepy? Why does he have to call him my sweet? And why is Shepard like a weird myth now? And also, why are they telling children about Shepard's exploits? Because, especially when I play Renegade Shepard, it's like, that is not for kids. And apparently, this kid has just had this whole story about, like, all the ladies I banged and all the men I killed and pushed out of buildings, and that is not teaching children good moral choices. It's bad, and it's weird, and it's creepy, and I know it's like, ooh, legitimacy, because like an actual astronaut who's been in space is talking in our game, but make it better if you're gonna do that. Come on. So those are some of my favorite things about the Mass Effect series. If you're like me and you're following Mass Effect on Twitter on N7Day, you probably saw all the tweets that are coming up about the new Mass Effect installment and sort of the screen captures of the artists working on the game. And I'm super stoked for that. I do hope they don't rush it. I know we're going to have the Dragon Age Inquisition, which will tide me over on my BioWare games for the next year. I can anticipate that, and I can anticipate the next Mass Effect. I'm super excited, and there's a new IP coming out. I love this company. I know I'm one of those girls who loves BioWare, so sue me. I have a lot of their paraphernalia around my house. But hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys love about Mass Effect, because it's fantastic. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.